Alright, so back in high school, one of my favorite activities to do with my friends when we were bored was to deliver food on DoorDash. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but just let me explain. Back during COVID, as I'm sure we all know, there really wasn't much to do, okay? And on top of that, a lot of our friends' parents wouldn't even let them leave the house if they weren't wearing like 2 masks and a fucking oxygen tank. And you know, I never really had this issue because my parents were, you know, smart, but my friend Jackson, I can't say the same about him. And long story short, the only way that Jackson could convince his mom to let him leave the house was to sign up for DoorDash and be like, yo, I'm bored as shit, I'm just gonna clock in. And because he was technically working, his mom was completely fine with it. Looking back on it, she's a fucking moron. I don't think there's an easier way to get COVID than DoorDashing during the prime times of the pandemic, but either way, he basically just used DoorDash as an excuse to leave his house and come hang out with us. Now here's the thing, okay? Remember how I said this was during like the middle of the pandemic, like prime lockdown, plastic face shield pandemic times? Yeah, that meant after Jackson picked us up in his car, there really wasn't anything to do. You know, everything's shut down, it's lockdown. The only thing that we can really do is just drive around. And the person driving just signed up for DoorDash. So you already know what the fuck we're doing. We're delivering DoorDashes, baby. So eventually we start our first order, right? And you know, we're playing music, whipping around, smoking, having a good time. And we come to the realization like, yo, delivering DoorDash is just like vibing in the car, but you're getting paid to do it. And like I said before, we're in prime pandemic lockdown hours. There is nothing else to do. So me and my friends, we just start doing this shit all the time. We all signed up for DoorDash and got approved. We set up a little like rotation for who drives because everyone was trying to make money. Basically what I'm saying is that we kind of turned DoorDash into a very fun sort of job. Like whenever you were the one driving, it never felt like you were working. It literally just felt like you were hanging out with your friends. But either way, the reason that I'm saying all of this is because I have experience when it comes to DoorDash, okay? I know what it's like to go up to someone's porch and hand them their food. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about another DoorDasher who somehow just sucks at her fucking job and made a whole drama and got fired and pretty much just ruined everything for her because she wanted to be a victim. I'm not really sure how else to preface the situation, so I guess I'll just start right here. I would like you guys all to meet IRL Monster High Doll, or as I like to call her, the worst victim ever. Now, her real name is Livy Rose Henderson, and she's a DoorDasher who recently gone viral because she claimed that she got sexually assaulted by one of her customers. Basically, she took a DoorDash order, and when she went to go deliver it on the guy's porch, the guy was passed out on his couch and naked, just meat hanging out, and she saw all of it.
3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. The DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open, their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me.
Alright, now so far in the video, I'd say there's really nothing wrong. As a matter of fact, that's a pretty valid reaction. Like, put yourself in her shoes. Imagine you're just trying to deliver some food, you walk up to the porch, and then boom, Arby's double meat special right in front of you, just waiting. Like, nah, I'd be pretty upset too. But listen, okay, as terrible as that is, it's still not sexual assault, okay? The guy didn't get up and start chasing you around naked going ooga booga booga, okay? He fell asleep in his own home with his cock out. That's just indecent exposure. But here's where the story takes a turn for the worst, okay? Clearly this girl is distraught by this guy's dick being out in front of her. And, you know, you would assume that she left the situation, right? That she took herself away from the naked man. But no. Instead, he decides to film this naked man in his own home and post it on social media for everyone to see.
Michaela K's original video with original audio.
That's fucked up.
And that is where she fucked up, okay? I understand that she's distraught and traumatized and whatever. I'm not taking away from that at all. She's totally allowed to feel that way. But you're not allowed to film someone in their private residence naked and then post it on social media and not expect some sort of fucking bullshit to happen. But either way, after she posts that video, TikTok takes it down because she filmed a naked man in his own home, and that's against their community guidelines. And then DoorDash fired her because she filmed a naked man in his own home, and that's against the law. And in response to this, she made a TikTok video, and oh my god, I have never seen or watched a video from someone who is not only so sure of themselves, but also speaks in a tone where they expect everyone to just agree with them and be like, what the fuck? When in reality, no one agrees with her, and you'll see what I mean.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job.
I'm gonna stop it right there. You guys see how she's talking? Like, hey guys, I just lost my job.
He activated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault.
The DoorDash just fired me. She's trying to talk as if she's like about to go insane because of how bullshit what happened. No one agrees with you. Like you got fired for a valid reason.
I was working. I was literally working, and they deactivated me. This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while door dashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills.
And that right there is why I like to call her the worst victim ever, because clearly she's trying to play the victim, but on top of that, I don't think anyone who watches that feels bad for her. Look at her, bro. She looks like a fucking lion, but like ugly instead of scary. She also posted a bunch of videos just kind of complaining and still not understanding why she got terminated.
Hey guys, so yep, I really lost my job. Within less than 24 hours after me submitting my appeal, they denied it. And in the email, they said, you can respond to the previous email that you received explaining the reason why you were deactivated. I never got the email. So last night, I contacted one support agent. We sat on the phone for 25 minutes, and then she transferred me to the community response team. The person on the community response team told me that was the highest team I could get to. There's literally nobody else she could transfer me to. I could hang up the phone and call back and then get transferred to the community response team again. So I sat on the phone with her for another 25, 30 minutes. And she told me that she couldn't tell me. There's no way that they could tell me what the reason why I just lost my job.
Okay, so I'm not sure why DoorDash couldn't just tell her, like, yo, you committed a crime while working for us, that's why we fired you. But that's essentially it, okay? And she still does not understand that. I'm not discrediting what she went through because no one deserves to be a DoorDasher and just see some random naked guy while doing their job. But listen, okay? The moment you turned on the camera and started filming that dude, you immediately switched the victim from you to him. At first, when she saw the guy naked, she was the victim because he left his door open, which is public indecency, okay? But by her filming the guy in his own private property doing whatever the fuck he wants, she committed voyeurism, all right? It's the same logic as to why if you see someone naked through a window on the street, they're not committing a crime because they have privacy within their own home. But if you film them fucking naked in their street, that's called being a stalker. That's called voyeurism.
You guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? They took the video down and gave my account a strike. So I explained my story again and censored the video that I have just so they can't take it down for the same reason. They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what? If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok.
Why is she acting like she didn't post a naked man on TikTok? Like forget invading his privacy. That's against community guideline rules, like obviously. And why is she surprised that TikTok is giving her more strikes when she posts the video again after it got taken down? Like, what? Am I missing something here?
So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday, I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing. And if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember? I'm the victim.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You know who's the victim? The guy you committed voyeurism against when you recorded him naked in his own home and posted it on social media. Also, I love how she keeps on saying that she got assaulted, that she's a victim of sexual abuse. Okay, like I said before, it's not like the guy stood up and started chasing you around half naked like the fucking boogeyman, okay? He simply just fell asleep with his pants down. The man was literally fucking unconscious, but you have such a victim complex that you think that you whipping out your phone, recording him while he's unconscious, by the way, and then posting it on social media because apparently you had to see that shit, and then being freaked the fuck out when you're getting consequences for it. Holy shit, you're the worst victim ever. You suck at being a victim. Like, dude, I have done DoorDash before, okay? I have never dealt with the door being open like this, but it's not that hard to leave the food on the porch and fucking dip, okay? Like, really think about how this interaction went. Excuse me, sir, I have your DoorDash. Oh! Ew! What the fuck? Ew! I'm a victim! I'm a victim! Ew! What the fuck? Oh! when I say that she's a bad victim, I mean that because she's clearly trying to milk the situation and get as much attention out of it as possible. Like, oh my god, guys, DoorDash fired me and TikTok banned me even though I'm the victim. But it's like, she not only does she do a terrible job of covering her bases, everyone already thinks that she's not the victim. They think that the fucking guy that she recorded is the victim. But on top of that, her tone of voice and her attitude and the fact that she is doubling down on top of all of this after everyone has already ripped her into shreds in her comments just makes her so fucking unlikable. And you, I mean, if you want to be a victim, you gotta be likable, which is why I think this chick is just the worst victim ever. Like, listen, what she went through was terrible. There's no denying any of that. But like, let's be honest here. It was just an inconsiderate dumbass who fell asleep with his cock out. Again, that's terrible. I would hate for my mother or sister or any of my girlfriends to ever experience something like that. I'm not saying what she's saying is invalid to be traumatized or hurt by that. But it gets to a point when you take out your phone and record the guy, it raises the question of, do you really care that much, or are you just using the situation to get attention? And then on top of that, it also is like, the guy was literally unconscious. Again, that doesn't excuse him for falling asleep with the door open and being naked, but it's like, it's like you see that shit, you can just look away, be like, oh, fuck, and just walk. You weren't sexually assaulted, okay? The guy wasn't coming at you. Like, I used the comedic example about, oh, the ooga booga, but like, genuinely, the guy wasn't like insane or out of his mind or trying to do some fuck shit. He was literally just asleep and forgot to pull his pants up, I guess. Dude, he was probably masturbating or some shit and forgot. I don't know. Like, let's be totally honest here. That probably was the situation that went down. It's as comedic as it is. And it's like, you're gonna whip your phone out and expose this guy? Like, genuinely, like, it sucks that, like, if that was a dude, if that was a girl with thicker skin, I feel like they would have just been like, what the fuck? You know, maybe they would have taken a photo of it, showing their homies or some shit. But like I said, the guy was unconscious. There wasn't like a threat. There's no assault happening to you. And the fact that you go on here over and over saying that you're a victim, a victim in general, and then a victim of sexual assault after you stayed and recorded the shit, come on, dude. Alright, so quick little recap. This girl was a DoorDash driver delivering food to a man who fell asleep on his couch half naked. And because of this, unfortunately, this girl had to see this guy's meat non-consensually. Then, instead of turning around and leaving and driving away, she proceeds to whip out her phone and start recording, and then post it on social media. And now she's on social media complaining about how she's getting quote-unquote silenced because DoorDash fired her and TikTok took down her videos, when in reality, TikTok took down her videos because she fucking posted a naked man on her account. Like, what? Obviously. And then DoorDash fired her because she committed a crime herself. She filmed the guy naked in his own house. Like, that is not allowed. Like, there is no world in which this girl could have kept her job. Okay, DoorDash would have fucking dealt with some huge legal bullshit if they actually kept her employed because she got sexually assaulted. No, okay? This guy, in the eyes of the law, is not guilty. He has not been convicted of anything, right? So she's not allowed to just record him in his privacy. She is committing the crime right there and then. And not to mention, she's literally making video evidence with her phone. And all in all, dude, this girl is just like a perfect example of anyone who just plays the victim, dude. Like, she just constantly thinks about what happens to her. She didn't realize how fucking indecent she was being by recording that guy naked in his own house and posting it, you know? She didn't realize, because all she was thinking about was her. She made herself the victim. She couldn't fathom in any reality where that guy was actually the victim, because, oh, his dick was out, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, this is also a very unique and crazy situation because, like, it's a very gray area, right? Like, it is indecent exposure, right? Because his dick was out. But at the same time, he's at his own house, and there's really no other profession besides DoorDash when you're gonna like drive to someone's Porsche and like look through their door, you know? So it is just a weird situation. But at the end of the day, her victim complex and her self-centeredness got the best of her, which led her to this situation in the first place, which is getting a shit ton of hate on the internet, losing her DoorDash job, and almost getting banned on TikTok. And she just, and it's crazy because she doesn't realize it. She's so unself-aware. All these people who are victims, who are constantly playing the victim, they are unself-aware of the actual situation. Otherwise, they would realize that they're not actually the fucking victim. They just want to see the world through their lens, their perspective only. And, you know, I recently stopped talking to a girl who was like that. And so it's kind of poetic, the fact that I'm seeing that in this video as well. But, yeah. That's probably gonna be the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hope I educated at least one of you. If you liked the video, subscribe. If you didn't, fuck you. What are you doing watching this far into the video anyway? But, yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Peace out. Love you all. Bye. I have
How
to
many
talk over
voices
this
do I need to
because
put
it's
over the
copyrighted now.
outro
You
to not
shiesty, that's
get
my
fucking
dog.
copyrighted?
You know I'm really
Jesus
shiesty.
Christ.